Hello, everyone. It's Juni. Wanted to look at some of the astrology and go over some of the recent news that has just come out over Nancy Guthrie's case. Please remember that anything that if I pull tarot cards, if I'm looking at astrology, please remember that, you cannot take astrology as factual evidence, okay? It is just us coming together as a spiritual family, talking about crime, all right? Tarot cards, astrology, spirit boxes, all of this is up for interpretation, okay? And it's not to be considered as factual evidence. So I wanted to wait until I see if anyone else comes on. Hi, Susie Q. How are you? I wanted to show you guys the news clip of Savannah. It's kind of weird. Hey, Barbara. It's good to see you. Yeah, this is like really weird with what's happening right now. Hey, The Real Gemini. How are you, sweetie? Thank you so much for all your communication and all your feedback, The Real Gemini. I really appreciate it. All right, so we'll go ahead and watch this news clip of Barbara. Let me see, what's the company of it? I don't want to get in trouble. We still have hope. Savannah Guthrie shares new video. This is with News 13. So please give credit to News 13 for this video. Okay, here we go.
Save big on language learning with a Rosetta
We got a
Stone
commercial
lifetime membership. That's unlimited language lessons for the rest of your life.
Hey,
The
Chloe.
best way to learn a new language is to
Hey,
stay
RJ,
on
RJ, it's good to see
and
you.
that's how Rosetta Stone works. You'll get comfortable understanding Spanish,
Thank you all for being
Korean,
here.
and over 20
I
more
wanted to
through immersion
look at this
with
news
same
clip real
language
quick that
lecture.
Savannah
Users
just
especially
posted,
love how the app has
and
built-in speech recognition to help you find
go
your
ahead
language
and
pronunciations.
look at some of the
Start your
astrology.
lifetime membership today
It's good to
at
see you, Chloe Jade.
rosettastone.com.
All right, here it is.
I wanted to come on and it's been 2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
What a weird post, right? I mean, that's wild that she posted that. What do you guys feel about that? That was pretty interesting. I got my dog behind me, guys, and she's snoring, and God only knows what you'll hear behind me. So just be aware. My daughter's in the other room. Her friends are getting ready to leave. We have friends that have been staying up here since. Hey, Blue-Eyed Mama, it's good to see you. It is weird wording, isn't it? I asked Nancy, does it have to do with the Epstein files? And she said, it's bigger. Oh, wow. Well, let's talk about a little bit of astrology. I'm just going to I'm just going to go over a few things that I'm seeing. I'm looking more so, I'm going to look more so at couple of when it seems like when shit hits the fan. So I have I have here that at 2:12 a.m. Software detects a person in the house or breaking into the house. At 1:47 a.m. I believe is when he smashes in the doorbell camera, and the basically, you know, shit's about to go down, right? So between 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera is smashed. 2:12 a.m., the software detects a person in the house. And 2:28 a.m. is when her pacemaker is disconnected. So we're going to look at the astrology of those couple of times. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, I think that I believe that she, on an astrological level, okay, I think she fought for her life. I think she fought. I think there was an altercation, and I believe that she may have gotten a good couple hits in on this dude. That she may have actually fought like hell. And I know she's I know that she's elderly, okay? I know that she's old, okay? But I think that she put up a pretty damn good fight. So she's showing up in the sign of Scorpio this is at 2:12. This is when you know, it detects someone in the house, okay? So I also want to tell you, just in case someone wants to look this up themselves, they can. So I'm using asteroid Nancy, which is asteroid number 2056. I put up an asteroid by the name of, it sounds like Ransom, and that's asteroid number 6440. Persephone 399, which is being taken and hidden, custody issues and things of that nature. So I looked for asteroids that have to do with abuse and elderly abuse. Ara, asteroid 849, lack of aid. Asteroid Tai, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Tai Honus 29075 specifically deals with elderly abuse, a person that's old and being abused. Degenera is asteroid 157, victims of abuse. And I'm probably going to say that one wrong too, but that's asteroid number 239, unable to escape abusive situation. Okay, so she was, the moon was getting ready to go into a full moon that night. So in Wicca, okay, in my faith, this moon is called a quickening moon. It's also called the hunger moon. It's when it's a great moon to do magic on, to start new beginnings, but it's also a very interesting moon because it used to be called like the bone moon. It's when people are hungry and starving and Mother Earth is just coming alive underneath the ground, but we don't see it. You know, there are stirrings of things happening beneath the snow that we don't see, okay? But it's called a quickening full moon in February, the snow moon, because it's when people can kind of be in desperate situations and they're hungry or they need money and they come out of that kind of like cabin fever, and you know the snow it's snowing, but you have cabin fever and you might be a little bit impulsive. So I just want to kind of let you know the energy of that full moon. It also is in the sign, that full moon was in the sign of Leo the night that she went missing. Leo rules the sun, okay? So it rules authority, people in power, kings, kings, mostly kings. It's a masculine, okay? So kings, people in power, people in the military, people in our can be in powerful positions, okay? So that energy was flowing as well. Also, she was taken on a Sunday. Sunday is also ruled by Leo. It is ruled by the sun. So again, there's this theme of that she will be seen, that this is going to be very public, because the moon and the sun are two luminaries. So this means it's going to be very public, and everyone's going to pretty much know about it because the two luminaries are active and they're opposed to each other. Do you see these red lines here? This is an opposition, okay? An opposition brings tension between these planets, and it's a tension between the planet of death and rebirth, transformation, other people's money, okay? It's at the 3rd degree, which rules siblings, which rules your neighbors, which rules technology and typing, texting, things that like over the computer, and you know, a balance of giving and receiving, okay? It also rules the hands. The 3rd degree rules the hands and the wrist. So I do feel like she may have been tied up, okay? She is being ruled by, let me get my pen because my hands are just so ugly every time I look at my hands. Find my damn pen. Okay, here. Here, I could use a Wawa straw. No, I'm just kidding. Here. No, I'm kidding. Here, I'll use my pen. Okay, so, I'm trying to, thank you guys. Yes, hey, Bulin, it's good to see you. Major oppositions there. This is tension. Okay? So, we're going to go over some of the asteroid studies and just kind of briefly look at where the positions of the planets are at. I know. Do you miss Wawa? Oh, my God. Oh, thank you so much, The Real Gemini. I really appreciate my little gift. Thank you, sweetheart. RJ, about Wawa, I have a guilty confession to make. I have been drinking this green tea from Wawa, and I get like a 24-ouncer every single day. I got a problem. I need to go to AA meetings and be like, hi, my name is Juni, and I have a problem with green tea. I got a problem. I got a major problem. I get it with all the whipped cream and everything. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, it's very sad. I know. Okay, so this is an opposition. This is a trine. Then we have a sextile between Neptune and Pluto. So you see here, Neptune and Pluto. This is a sextile. That's like 60 degrees apart. We have this little mini trine, this little blue mini trine here, pointing to DNA and pointing to Saturn. So to me, I really feel like DNA is going to play a role in this case. That asteroid right there is called DNA. Okay, and it's next to Saturn, and Saturn rules what? Do you guys remember from Kirsty's books? Guys, please go out and get Kirsty's book. I'm going to use it a little bit today. I'm using I'm using a bit of everything. So here is Kirsty McIntosh's book, the Astrology workbook. I'm also using this guy here, Nikola Stojanovic. I'm looking at his. She's at let's see, when the pacemaker comes off, when she's disconnected from the pacemaker, she goes to 1 degree of Aries for the planet that is ruling her. And that is action, fighting, spirit, not giving in to destiny, struggle. War can indicate abuse, work, diligence, leadership, principles, etc. So that's why I'm telling you, I truly believe, I think she fought, you guys. I think she fought for her fucking life. I'm not kidding. I think she knew she was in trouble. This is, like I said, this is at 212. This is when the house, the smart house, is telling her that she's in trouble. 6th degree down here is the root of the matter. That is her health and her everyday routines. So let's just kind of break it down a little bit, and so I don't get I get really distracted, guys. So just bear with me, okay? I know, right? And I have a spirit box. I have a pre-recorded spirit box where the spirits mention the numbers 97. And I looked, I feel like I'm yelling. Am I yelling? Am I like really loud? Okay, because I just have this little cell phone. I looked up route. Just wanted to see if there's any roads. Route 97. Oops. In Arizona. Oops. I should find out. And look, there's a Route 97 in Arizona. So I was like, what the hell? The spirit said, I asked for a road, and they said 97, like real slow. So that I was just looking, is there a route 97? It's about 3 hours from her home, near Hillside and Baghdad. So I was curious about that. And then I asked them, I said, they said in the last spirit box that she was under the elements. And when I asked, I said, spirits, you said she was under the elements. What elements were you talking about? And a spirit comes through and says, sand. So I don't know. I don't know if sand has to do with like a road. I don't know if sand has to do with like a location, or is she in sand? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But I did get that off of Spirit Box. I'll try to play that if I can try to get everything else explained. So we'll just go back to the astrology. I want to go over some Sabian symbols with you. So here our victim is showing up in the sign of Scorpio. This is the house that is ruled by Scorpio. It is death, debt, taxes, couple money. So like, you can find your spouse's money in here. Okay. How you share debt and your financial marriage can show up in here too. Okay. But in true crime, it also is the house of magic. It's the house of taboo subjects. It's a powerhouse. If you have any planets in your natal chart here, that, it can really give you a lot of power with your magic, doing witchcraft. You'll find a lot of that information in here too. But we're doing true crime, okay? So in true crime, this house rules death, transformation, other people's money, inheritance, and psychic abilities is all here in the 8th house. So she shows up. The victim shows up in the 1st house in the sign of Scorpio. And I have that in the house of 12th house at the 18th degree, which is a devil degree, which means the devil is there, okay? And this is at 2:12 a.m. It's this one. Unable to escape abusive situation. Okay, that's why I really feel like, oh, I must have got, sorry, I was eating Doritos. You see, I was eating Doritos. Okay, so I got Doritos on my paper. All right, so I think she here met the devil and it got abusive, okay? Because that's the devil degree. This asteroid means to be hidden, to be taken underground, to be hidden. Scorpio is ruled, can think of Persephone, okay? Think of the story of Persephone where Hades, an evil, actually Hades isn't really evil, but in Greek mythology, he kidnaps her and he takes her and he hides her under, okay? And this is a house of hidden things, conspiracy theories, lies, delusion, and it also is the house of trafficking, okay? You can have trafficking in this house as well. Now, our victim is showing up in this sign, Scorpio. Here we have Black Moon Lilith. We have ransom. So I 100% believe that she was taken for money. 8th degree, again, that's a Scorpio degree, okay? 8th degree is other people's money. She's taken for ransom for other people's money because they believe something. Okay, there's some type of belief here. Era, so I have that asteroid, which is lack of aid. So Era is lack of aid. That's right here. And then I have Nemesis, which is exactly what that means. Arch nemesis, okay? That we have an enemy in there affecting our victim in the 1st house, okay? Now, another thing over here is, oh, thank you for the sticker. Yes. Is everybody okay in chat? I hope you guys are okay. Let me drink some water. Excuse me. Okay. So now the other thing, I'm going to hide my Doritos because I'm going to want to eat them. And I don't want to eat them. Okay, hold on. Hiding the Doritos. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we have Uranus that's like 27th degree right next to Algol. Algol is the devil, okay, in criminal astrology. Algol gives you power on your natal chart, but you know you have to be careful of Algol where it's at. But Algol can give you a lot of power, all right, in on your natal chart. But in crime, it's the story of where Neptune takes Medusa and does something horrible to her. Okay, he sexually assaults her in the most sacred of all sacred temples. It's the same thing. If you want to compare it to Christianity, it would be like an evil person comes in, a very powerful man comes in drunk and sexually assaults a nun on the altar of a church. That's basically the story of Medusa, okay? And that is conjunct Uranus. Algol's conjunct Uranus. That's the story of Medusa. And it's the eye of Medusa. That's the evil, it's the demon eye in there. So this is in her everyday routines, affecting her health and her how she is of service to others, which makes me think, did we have something shocking and unexpected happen that messed up her everyday routine? And also that it, because it's so close to my DC line, it's hugging, it's the same degree as my DC line. We have to think that this planet Uranus, our open enemy, is going to take on characteristics of Uranus. Now, if you look in Kirsty's book, she has this wonderful section in here, guys. Okay, I'm going to pull you back. She has this wonderful section in here that she teaches you about each planet and the houses that they're in, okay? So I really think you guys should get her book because you'll start to be able to do this, you know? So I'm looking at Uranus in the 5th house. So Uranus in the 5th house, Jupiter. So Jupiter is in her 8th house in here. So just so you guys know, look, okay? Because we're all learning together, okay? All right, right here we have Jupiter. There's Jupiter in the 8th house with her vertex, which is kind of like a serendipitous, kind of like her fate, okay? There's Nancy. I have the asteroid Nancy right there, okay? Hygeia is her health. So this is at 212. Pretty soon, Nancy is going to go down in here and she'll change planets because her AC line is going to change once she starts to, once the time moves on. So right now this is right when the guy's in her house, okay? When the kidnappers are entering her house, she's in the house of death and transformation and other people's money at Cancer, which is her home. It's telling me that Nancy is home. Cancer rules home, okay? And there's a transformational event getting ready to happen, okay? It's going to affect her health. So here, Jupiter is in the 8th house. So look here in Kirsty's book. Here's Jupiter, and then she has it set up for you. 8th house. Death may be hidden behind a moral or religious cover. Excess overconfidence or physiological justification for violence. Look for over-the-top motive. So, someone has a belief. Nancy's also at the 1st degree, okay? Here, 1st degree means that that something has already happened. I believe she's probably already something has already begun, and it's a beginning and an end, right? Because it goes, these little dots right here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, goes all the way to 29, okay? So here is a beginning and an end, and she's getting ready to cross over that threshold. So something has already happened. She knows shit's about ready to go down. I think this woman fought. I think she fought. I think she fought for her life. I do. Okay, so let's look. What's ruling her is Mars. Mars is the ancient planet of Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio is ruling my victim. That means Mars is ruling my victim, and Pluto too. But so that means right now at 2:12, Mars is ruling this chart. When it's 2:28 a.m., okay, when the time changes, Jupiter will be ruling my chart. But right now, Mars and Pluto are ruling this chart, which is not good, guys. He's a weapon. I'm wondering if, well, he did. He had a gun. Mars is the gun, okay? Mars is something that's sharp and cuts the skin. Pluto is the transformational thing, and it's going over to the moon. It's opposite the moon. So this is, guys, this is really terrible, okay? This is an attack, okay? And in her neighborhood, third house, her neighborhood, okay? 7th degree is relationships, everyone who's not us, and open enemies. And it could be people that she knows, all right? This could definitely be someone that she knows, possibly. And it's shocking. It's over the top. It's unexpected. Jupiter here is letting us know that this is over the top. Somebody believes something, that they are entitled to something, which here the astrology is telling us that we have a ransom that's affecting the victim. This house rules the victim. So the one thing that's making me nervous here is this asteroid that's right at the root of the matter, the end of the matter, in the womb and in the tomb. Okay, that number right there, I don't know if you can see it. It's like 29. It's this asteroid here. The 29075, elderly person being abused. That's what that asteroid means. And at the end of the matter, the root of the matter, I have that asteroid there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of fake ones. You're right, RJ. So, this makes me, it's at the 8th degree too, guys. I don't know if you can see it. So, elderly abuse at the end, elderly abuse in the womb and in the tomb, and at the end of the matter, right conjunct the IC line, which is the root of the matter, at the 8th degree, which is about other people's money and death and transformation. Like, that's not good. And with Mars being in the 3rd house, there could have been an altercation in a vehicle that directly affected her. There could be multiple people in this vehicle. I do feel like there's more than one person involved because of Gemini being here in the 7th house. But Taurus means that the open enemy is directly wanting money, okay? So let's see what she says about Uranus being in the 6th house, okay? Uranus being in the 6th house. Okay. Uranus in the 6th house. A break in routine. The victim may have suddenly quit a job, skipped an appointment. Now think about that. Okay, this is how amazing Kirsty is, all right? Skipped an appointment. She missed her morning morning appointment for her church service. So here in the book it says skipped an appointment or acted against usual patterns. Watch for strange coworkers or electrical equipment. Hello, her pacemaker was at this time. Her pacemaker starts. She's on the electrical equipment from the camera and her pacemaker. Okay, so watch for strange coworkers or electrical equipment. are based injuries. So I'm wondering if someone got cut when they were trying to dislocate her from her equipment, or did he get hurt when he smashed in the camera? Okay. Hey, Julia, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here, honey. We're doing okay. Sorry, I'm trying to I have all this stuff in my head, and I'm trying to get it out and speak correctly the way that I want to speak. Okay, so I would say that with this mini this is a mini T square, okay? I would say that that they were able to get her out of the house. That this is like a flow of energy. And like I said, it's pointing straight to the DNA. And DNA is at the end of the matter. I do feel like she was hidden. She's taken somewhere. It's part of her destiny. Persephone is here. Okay? And we know the story of Persephone. And everything down here is when the sun's not in the sky yet. Okay? So this is like in the subconscious, okay, in the underneath. So with Pisces, she's hidden under. She's hidden under something. That could be like a basement. That could be like a she could be near like the plumbing in a basement. She could be hidden in a bathroom where there's water. She could be near a water source. It also rules the direction of north by west, okay? North by west. But this, keep in mind, this is the chart when shit is going down, okay? So we're going to look here. We're going to move the chart. Okay, let's move the chart to... the other time was 2:28 a.m. So let's change it. 28. All right, so here you can start to see things start to move and change. All right, so now this is the chart where she's being disconnected from her pacemaker. Okay, so again, please remember that the day that she's missing is on a Sunday, right? She goes missing on a Sunday. What does Leo rule? Leo rules the heart, and pacemaker is connected to the heart. So her heart plays a role here, including authority and shining a light on something in this case. This case is going to get huge, okay? Her power of fortune is also at the 8th degree. We have a lot of 8s in here. The ransom note is at the 8th degree. The asteroid that rules elderly abuse is now in the car and traveling around the local area, the local neighborhood, it's either next to the neighborhood, next to the local town, traveling inland. This means you're traveling in the area. And there means that there's elderly abuse, probably why they're traveling. Okay, because Mars also can rule a car. So, yeah, and I just noticed this. Jupiter is square Chiron. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, Jupiter is square Chiron. This is a wound that never heals in Aries. Aries rules a vehicle. Aries, that's not good either. This is crazy. She fought. She was attacked. I would say she was hit. I would say she was attacked. And I hate to say that. I don't. This is a wound that never heals. This is getting hit like in the head. This is like the face. And Jupiter is over the top. And Jupiter's in the house of death and transformation and other people's money. And it's a wound that will never heal. So right now, on this chart, she's at the 1 degree, okay? So where they first took her, I think it wasn't that far away. I mean, she was probably maybe 1 to 10 miles out, I'd say. Maybe 1 to 11 miles out. And then they may have moved her again. I mean, if we're looking at the moon, we need to look at the moon to see how this case is moving. So again, this is like electronical equipment and everything that's happening over the internet. So it's like the moon is letting us know there's all this communication over the internet. It's over top of Mars. They're probably going to start focusing on a vehicle. Was there a red vehicle? I wonder if there was a red vehicle. Or it could be red or it could be blue. Bluish, light colors too. We could have that as well. Light, like pastel colors. Is Aquarius is like sky blue. They didn't take her pacemaker out. That would need a medical team knowledge. It only disconnected from her iPhone app that was used for monitoring. Okay, white and black, all I know. Okay. Well, white and black is Pisces. So is Saturn is like black. But white and black is Pisces. It's kind of like speckled. And maybe blue is Pisces. So my IC line is we're still north by west, going in a north by west direction. I think she was attacked in the car, or there was an altercation in the car. And with Pluto now in the 2nd house, this is where you find ransom and kidnappings and trafficking, where someone is taken for money, where a person is no longer looked at as a human being. The person is now looked at as a value, as an object. They're devalued, but looked at as money. And so here I have the 2nd degree, which is the same degree as Taurus here. That degeneria is unable to escape an abusive situation, right? This asteroid here, 239, unable to escape an abusive situation, is now aware in the community, and it's at the 2nd degree, and already that's letting us know that she's been taken for value and hidden. She's taken for money, and the ransom note is still here in the 1st house. So yeah, it's very sad. I think she did fight. I think she fought hard. She could be in a hotel, because maybe if there's a motel that has water nearby. We'll listen to the spirit box that I got real quick, and then we'll head out. Because my phone is going to die. Oh wait, I think I can play it on here. Hold on. Because I recorded it. Where do I find me? I gotta find me. Where's YouTube? Give me 1 second. Whoa. Oh, I wanted to go over the Sabian symbols too. Okay, so the Sabian symbol is this. So she's at 27 degrees of Scorpio, and it means that periodic celebration of nation's power and substance of farther binds its citizens into the benefits of social compact, building safe space through projection of personal atmosphere. So I would say the military band marches noisily. So like this brought on a whole bunch of people came in. It's like a parade in front of her house. So this is letting us know that there's a bunch of people out in front of her house after this. So I thought that was interesting. And the other one is the germ that grows, which made me think of the germ that grows into knowledge of life, which makes me think of like DNA or like, blood. As a seed breaks open to germinate, so a seeker breaks open the shell of ego. Each reaches towards the light. Everything living tends to grow. It is an unaccessible motivation for us to expand our situations and influence, building up potential. So this is when at this point they're getting her off of the pacemaker. So I feel like there's going to be there's some type of seed that was planted, and there's evidence in that house. I truly believe that there's evidence in that house. And it's either like an earth type of, either there's like branches or seeds, or there's like mud boot prints, or there's fingerprints, or so. I feel like there is something in that house that's going to leave more evidence behind looking at these things. Yes, like something was planted. Something was planted, or whatever they left behind is going to grow into something. There's something that they're missing at the house. I truly believe that. And my phone just died. Crap. Oh yeah, that's right. I can do the let me pull up YouTube. Boop. Sorry, I'm doing all this one-handed. Let's see if I can log into... I think I can log into Juniper's Tarot. Log into my own self here. Oh, wait. No, it won't let me because I have it saved. I have it saved under something else. Well, there's me right there. I can't do it. That's right. Shit, and my phone just died. All right, I'm going to play the spirit box for you guys tomorrow night. But you guys can hear it. I'll try to upload it tomorrow night. The most important thing that I got from it was that they were trying to give me locations, and they kept saying something about the elements. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know if she's... I think she fought, guys. Now I could be wrong. All right, I'm not an expert, but I mean, I do feel like at this point, she's definitely with two people. At this point here, after the pacemaker, I think she fought. I think she fought hard. And I just don't know how much that stress could do to an elderly person. Yeah. I mean, we always have to keep hope alive that she's alive, but, those asteroids are really telling a story, aren't they? Especially the one about elderly abuse in the car. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. She was being hit, or she was being abused while traveling. So, okay, so I will try to map her out. Let's just pull a couple cards. Let's pull some crime cards. I have you guys here. See, because like her planet, this siblings, school, right here, third house. So this is travel, short journeys, short trips, siblings, school, short trips. The goddess, neighborhood and communication. So, you know, that's where her planet is sitting. And Jupiter is over the top. They're asking for a lot of money, right? So, because Jupiter is sitting in the house of other people's money, Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So it's them asking for a lot of money, right? All right, so let's just ask this crime deck. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Where is Nancy Guthrie? Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? Inside. So she's hidden. I feel like she is hidden underground with that Pisces. It could be a basement. Plus she was being ruled by Scorpio. That is water, but it also could be, I got cleaned up. So, cleaned up inside. Interesting. The Ellie screwed this one up right away by treating it as a missing person versus a kidnapping. Yeah, I agree with that. It should have been, I mean, it's definitely a ransom, guys. I mean, I have the victim with a ransom. And Taurus is looking at the victim as money. You know, it can actually, if I'm looking at it, it's almost like dehumanizing the victim, that they're just looked at as dollar signs, you know? Please tell me. Acid, that acid on the evil island. Yeah. I'm getting wastewater. Okay, yeah, because Scorpio can be wastewater. Scorpio can be trash as well. Now, now this got confusing because the spirit that came through last night when I was talking to them, he was like British or Irish. He had a British accent. He pops in every once in a while. I don't know his name, but I've heard him before. And he said rubbish. But I don't know if he was saying like, oh, that's rubbish. Like, you know how British people are like, oh, rubbish. Like, that's rubbish. Like, it's kind of like slang for them to say rubbish. But, or he was saying rubbish, like she's near trash. I got sand. I did get rubbish from the British guy, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. And then I also got Route 79, or something with 79. Tell me about Nancy Guthrie, please. Tell me about Nancy Guthrie, please. Jealousy. So this could have been motivated by jealousy. Are you okay, honey? You're coughing. You feel sick? Do you feel sick? And then I got desert. Yep, in a minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. And sand could be ashes. Oh, yeah. I hope not. I don't know. Okay. Six of Swords. That's some chaos right there. Tell me about Nancy. This is in reverse. And this is in reverse too. So that's like someone taking action. It's like the Ace of Wands in reverse. They took action, but it didn't go the way that they planned. And something's going to come up with this vehicle. Something is off with the vehicle, or something's up with the car. The traveling. There's going to be something about traveling. All right, let's pull these crime cards here. This deck here, I forget the name of it. Crime scene deck. There's going to be something about that car. It's coming out in reverse, so something about travel. Their movement, the way that they were moving. Tell me about Nancy. Tell me about Nancy Guthrie, please. See, and I got another car. This crime will be solved in the distant future. Oh, I hope so. And see, I got a car. So these two cards have to do with travel. Just pull an astrology card here. Give me one astrology card to tell me about where Nancy is, or what's the situation with Nancy. Give me one astrology card to tell me about the situation with Nancy, please. One astrology card to tell me. Third house, communication, which is where her planet is at. Third house. Whoopsies. Sorry, guys. Third house. And Jupiter's in the 8th house of death and transformation over the top. So at 212, her planet is in the 3rd house. And then at 228, her planet goes into Jupiter in the 8th house of death. So there's something with travel and communication. They might fuck up with their ransom notes. You know, with the way that they've been communicating for the ransom notes. Because this rules like computers, how you communicate. Tell me about Nancy. This says square and quincunx. So there is going to be tension. A quincunx is 150 degrees apart. So that's kind of like the same thing as an opposition, right? A square, there's tension there. A semi-square is tension. Trouble. The planets are not working well. There's tension there's rift between them. Tell me about Nancy Guthrie, please. Tell me about Nancy Guthrie. 7th house. That's her open enemies and people that she has relationships with. The fact that we have Uranus and Algol in the house of service, it could be someone that serviced her. And maybe this person was kind of looks weird or kind of stands out with Uranus there, because that could be someone who's like doesn't look like everyone else. They have a unique look to them, and that they could have worked on her house in the past. And then I have Leo in reverse. So this is like that can be the military or the police or the authorities or the government or the king of a nation. The king of a nation. She was taken on the day of the sun, which rules kings, okay? So the king of the jungle. There could be something there. I'm not sure what, though. Something weird. Okay, guys. My husband's going to come up now, so I'm going to try to clean up in here. All right, guys, this is what I have for now. I will try to map her out. Just keep praying for her. I know this looks grim, this huge opposition to the planet of death and transformation, and Mars is a weapon and Mars is a car. You know, it is a rough chart, and the way that these asteroids are talking to us, it is rough, okay? But we'll just, and this is, the 11th degree is also the community. So, just try to keep hope alive for her and her friend group. I'd be interested in her friend group, or a secret friend, or a friend that doesn't look like everyone else, who might have been jealous, who might have felt entitled to something of hers and just went over the top with this. And so when her pacemaker is undone, it's letting us know that she's in the house that rules the open enemy. So I do believe this is a real ransom. This is a real kidnapping. In my opinion, I feel that it is definitely a real kidnapping. And we just need to figure out where her light is going to shine, because she was taken on a Sunday. So it has to do with where her light is going to shine, and how the light is being shown on this is it's gonna really blow up. This is gonna be huge. And maybe that's the distraction that they wanted. I don't know. They have a belief of something. So, all right, guys. I will start to map her out tomorrow night. I'm gonna, after work, when I get home. So, all right, this is what I have for now. All right, you guys just keep praying for Nancy. Take care of one another. Be kind to one another. Hopefully we'll know Nancy's truth soon, okay? All right, blessed be. Bye-bye now.